What is the Adult Support and Protection Scotland 2007 Act? This is a piece of legislation, law, which aims to protect people from being harmed. This is because there are people who might find it more difficult to stop harm happening to them. The Act calls people in this situation adults at risk. Who are adults at risk? Adults at risk include people over the age of 16 who find it difficult to keep themselves, their money or property safe, who might be harmed by other people who are harming themselves, and who are more vulnerable because of illness, disability or mental disorder. This could mean people with mental health problems, people with dementia, people with a learning disability. This does not mean that all people with an illness, a disability or mental disorder are always at risk. Some people in this situation at some point in their life can find it more difficult to keep themselves safe and need help to do so. What is harm? The Act talks about people being harmed. Harm means doing things to a person that can hurt or upset them, or people who neglect themselves. People can be harmed in different ways. This can include physical harm, psychological harm, financial harm, sexual harm, neglect. Anyone can cause harm and can be a friend, relative, worker, carer, partner, volunteer or other adult at risk. Harm can happen anywhere, including at home, in public, hospital, daycare. Worried about someone? Worried about yourself? Get in touch. CHCP Social Work on 01475 715 365. Police Scotland 101 in an emergency 999. What happens next? The Act is about finding out if a person is being harmed and finding ways to keep that person safe. Inquiries. Finding out information. If social work think an adult at risk is being harmed, they must make inquiries about the person to make sure they are well, their money and their home is being looked after. The inquiries are made by a social worker who is trained to be a council officer. The council officer can speak to anyone who might be in contact with the adult at risk. This could include doctors, nurses, housing officers, care staff, police. Investigations. Asking questions. The council officer can visit and speak to the person who they think is an adult at risk. This is to ask what they think is wrong and can be changed, and what can be done to help the person keep safe. Advocacy services. Advocacy services are independent. An advocacy worker assists a person to speak up for what they think is important in their lives and to tell people, including council officers, what they want to happen.
Council officers can arrange for an advocacy worker on the person's behalf, or can give the person the contact details for the local advocacy services so they can get in touch themselves.